you listen to them, you see how structured they shit is, and every day you go back and you start writing. So by the time you turn 15, now you a whole nother animal. Now you good enough to be in the group with them. You know what I'm saying? So when I started Rough Riders when I was 17, they knew all my they raps because meant to they shit. And they was always listening to my shit, so we knew each other raps. So they called me out there to have a meeting with Rough Riders. But I'm like, yo, Rough Riders, they don't know if we a group or not. They don't know us. It's like, you know what I mean? Y'all know my shit. I know y'all shit. We could go in there like we a group, like we the Locks or something. Go in there, body shit. They might sign us off, or they might like, you know what I mean, one of us or whatever. But at least we all get an opportunity. And them niggas was like, all right, let's go do it. So we went in there. I went ham. They backed me up, and after we came out of that meeting, that's when we came up with the name Larceny. We wasn't even a group before that.
I had that same like situation when I my father had told, like, I lived on the south side of the city. I'm from the west side, but I lived on the south side to go to high school. And my father just I was in the room doing something, and my father randomly was like, yo, go out west and pick up your sister. Right? Which meant getting on the bus. So I had to get on the bus, get on the train, get on the bus.
Yeah.
And just so happened I got off the bus, because you could either, I'll make it too complex, but you could either take the train to my mom's house or take the bus. The bus will let you off right in front of my mom's house. The train will drop you off a couple blocks over, right? But basically the same situation. So I was like, I'm gonna take the bus, but I'm gonna get off like a stop before, right? For whatever random reason. Get off stop before. So I'm walking up the street to my mom's house. A car pull up. Window rolled down. They're like, yo, ain't you such and such brother? I had a little reputation back then, rapping or whatever. And it was like, yo, ain't you such and such little brother? I'm like, yeah, a big brother. I'm like, yeah. It's like, yo, we finna do this showcase at this at this studio. Do you want to come? Right?
Yeah.
And I ain't got nothing to do.
Yeah.
And it was random. They just happened to be on the street that I was walking up. They pulled up before I went to my mom's house. Like, it was all like super random. And I was like, all right, cool, whatever. So I go to the showcase. I don't really know nobody there, right? It's a couple dudes. I'm there looking real nerdy, what have you. And they just were like, yo, let's rap. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
So it's this other, it's like maybe like three dudes. Me, maybe three other dudes, some producers, and then some record execs. And we get to rapping, and it's like, oh, yo, like, oh, dude's nice. Oh, you nice too? Like, yeah, I'm nice. He's nice. Oh, okay. And it was Big Chuck from Aftermath was there. And I didn't know him don't know anybody at that time. I'm just a young dude from the hood, right?
Yeah.
So it's Chuck, and then it turns out to be who later become my business partner, Chill. So Big Chuck was like, man, I'm like, y'all cool. He like, y'all good, but Jada Kiss will eat y'all alive. You know what I'm saying? He like, if Eminem was in here, eat y'all alive. Da 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 da.
Yeah.
And they we in there, they leave, and then everybody's like, the dudes just like, yo, y'all should just be a group, just do a song. So we did a song that night called Wolfpack, right? The first time I ever met these dudes, we do a song that night. Song is like, yeah, this song is just a little chemistry here. It ain't crazy, but it's a little chemistry. So we just started a group, right? And that was my first record deal with some dudes who I had just randomly be at the studio with. We finna cypher. They like, individually, y'all not really good enough to do anything of your own, but yo, y'all just do a song and see what happened. And maybe like, that was like 1990, maybe 88, 99, we get a record deal at Epic and do our first piece. It was all just like put together.
What you think made that happen? Like, you decide to take the bus and then decide to get off and stop ahead, like not right in front of your mom, dude, crib. You decide to get off and stop ahead, And that's where you meet the dudes that take you to get a record deal. Like, what created that energy? Like, that's
My father, I was just in my room doing something random, and my father walked in and was like, "Yo, go pick up your little sister." And she's like, "All right, whatever." But it's interesting how a lot of our stories are kind of similar, and how things come together. It's never a straight line. It's always some, up and down, back and forth, to the front, come back type situation.
it's a struggle, man. It ain't as simple as people think, man. People think you just write a couple verses and you just get a bag and be successful out of nowhere. Like, it ain't that easy, man. It be a grind, like you said. People be doing it for years, going through a lot of ups and downs, in and out of groups, in and out of management situations, in and out of contracts, state to state, city to city, traveling, trying to figure it out. Like, you know what I mean?
So last piece, and I'm gonna let you get back to
Oh, niggas like, yo, did you ever go pick up your sister though? Cause your dad gonna be mad as shit. Cause them niggas that go to the studio, you jump in
yeah,
the way, niggas.
yeah. I'm gonna tell you how sexy it got from that point forward, right? From that point forward. Here's the freaky part though. So the reason that the dudes in the car knew who I was,
Yeah.
because they knew my little sister, right?
Uh,
And they were some producers who lived up the block. And I think I had battled like, and I was doing the same thing you was doing, running around the city just battling dudes, right?
yeah.
And it picked up after that. Like people would look at me as the battle cat. So somebody come to the studio, they think they nice. They're like, yo, go get Fiasco, like
Or
go get Fiasco. Wait till I get my boy Fiasco. And I was sitting there and just molest dudes, just like rip them apart. Like, oh, you thought you was nice.
yeah.
This is what nice actually looks like. And so anyway, the reason them dudes even recognized me was because of they knew my little sister, right?
Yeah.
So I think like what wound up happening, like I think me and the I think maybe me and the me some like, man, what happened?
She
I,
bro.
chill, Range Rover. And that was my first time seeing a range, like not seeing a range, but like, oh wow, these dudes are legit. They got Range Rovers. Oh man, what's going on? I think Chill dropped me off like at my mom's crib, and I spent the night. Either way, my sister didn't get. I didn't pick up my sister. After that was a wrap. It was like, yo, I was at the studio. Like it might be a record deal. I met a dude who knows Eminem. Like yo,
Look,
it's
say,
on.
man, I'm about to be on, man. We got a deal now. What was the name of the group?
It was called the Pack.
The Pack.
So we was at Epic in like 2000, maybe 99, 2000. So we was there with like, I think Cameron, who else was there? Porter Rock. Uh, it was like Epic Street, something like that. So we was there with a few dudes, and we actually was going. We went to like Howard Homecoming, and that was like that's when Eve maybe had like first was like popping, I
Yeah.
think. And it just was street. I go to street team, all of that. Go out there, promote, be in the streets, rapping, throwing out merch. They gave us like I think like another dude to the group, so it ended up being four of us, so he could pay the taxes on the house, right? So it came back like full circle. Him sending me, a year whatever before out to go get my sister comes back to me like pay the taxes on the house.
For sure. I know that felt good.
Yeah, man, that's the vibes.
You know what I mean? Everybody don't really like know how far you could take it. So when you start putting it together and you start getting bags off it and making situations happen and bringing stuff back off this music, it make you feel a different type of good. Like, you know what I'm saying? He felt like, damn, yeah, I did it. Like, I accomplished what I told you I was going to accomplish. Like, you know what I mean? Whether you believed in me or not, I believed in myself and I made it happen. You know what I mean?
Literally a bag, like actually a bag, a shopping bag. It's like, here, hey, do that.
That's dope.
But where, like, last thing, I guess, right? I don't want to hold you too much. Like, where do you think rap is headed? You know, you being one of the best rappers in the world and building, where do you see the craft going in the future, or where you want to take it to as we get older? You know, look at gray hairs on me, feeling like an
So,
old man. Where do you
so,
see?
well, you know, the older that we get in this business is like a mental thing. You know what I'm saying? So the older you get, the better you could potentially get if you stay at it. Like it's not like basketball, boxing. The older you get, your body wear down, you can't perform the same. It's like in this mental sport, the more time you put in, the more experience you got, the better you're going to be. The only reason why older dudes don't maintain their energy or stay the same litness like they used to be is because they not as active. They not writing no more. They not tuned into what's going on. They not like when they was young, right there. They like went through problem situations in the business. They older. They got families. They not in it no more. So that's why they not able to do it to the level that they was able to do it on. But if they would have stayed at it and their work ethic would have stayed the same, they would have still been dope, no matter how old you is. So I just want people to step up their work ethic no matter what age you is. Like no matter whether you a kid, you old, no matter what you is. I just want people to continue to go harder and harder and push each other to go harder. You know what I'm saying? Like how you said earlier in the conversation, how force niggas to want to get better every time they see you or feel you or hear anything from you. It just forced them to just want to get on a job. And if everybody did that, then just imagine how much better stuff we'd be able to get. But I know the industry is definitely going to grow. Like as far as the amount of money that is bringing in the next 10 years is going to double, if not triple. You know what I'm saying? In the next 10 years, the money that's coming in the industry is going to grow. It's going to be an even bigger business. Like, you know what I'm saying? So people just got to figure out how to get their hands in all that money that's going to be generated and not continue to be cut out of that money like we was up until this point.
All right. One of the coolest things I've ever heard. I was with homeboy Sandman, right? It's from New York,
Yeah.
and we was vibing, talking, and was we on the phone? My memory slips me, but anyway, we was like wrapping it up, like, yo, all right. He's like, all right, cool. What you finna do? I'm like, I'm finna go over here and do some whatever. He's like, all right, I'm finna go home and write some raps.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the first time you see somebody who's like nice, you know, out there, successful, da 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 da, and he's like, what you finna do? Yo, I'm gonna go to the club. Yo, I'm gonna go do this. I'm gonna go do that. He's like, nah, I'm finna go home and write some raps. You know,
Yeah.
and I feel that energy of the craft and the sport, man.
And they ain't understand it back in the day, like before I was successful off it, when they like, yo, we about to go get with these chicks, man. Come on, man. Or, yo, we about to go to this, or we about to go down here, we about to go. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna chill. I got to write, man. And made it bad. It was successful. People don't understand it. Like, right for what? Like, what? Right for what? This shit popping. Fuck is you writing for? That shit ain't. What the fuck are you doing? And I just would be locked in, dedicated, and they ain't think it made sense until they see you on TV and you success.
Mm,
And then it's just like you hit the lottery, like it just came out of nowhere, and it's like, oh my god, how that happened? It's like, but y'all remember all of them years y'all was going out and partying, and I wasn't a part of it a lot of the times because I had to sacrifice to go right and put in work, even
mm.
though nothing coming in from it yet. I just believed in it. You know what I mean? You remember when I remember when you came up, it was Power 99 and we ran into each other up there. They had me up there. You came through Power 99. You was shit
And
for them all that. Yeah.
was Cosmic Kev put me on the spot,
Yeah, I
and
remember that.
it was garbage. Like I was like, "Yo, this is trash," and I felt like a certain way because I know people don't know Cosmic Kev tapes. Like I mean, some people may not really understand how how Philly's role in the game is when it comes to just raps. Like forget the industry, forget music, just rapping, right?
Yeah.
And you have somebody like Cosmic Kev, his tapes used to reach us. The Kev tape, it would reach us just like a Stretch Armstrong tape would reach us, or a Clue tape back in the day. Like you would get a Stretch Armstrong, I'm not a Cosmic Kev tape that will flow through, right?
Oh,
And the people that would be on there would just be murderers. Like you would just hear like, you know, like the same way you hit Fab on a Clue tape back in the day, where people throwing their songs on there, but then they get to Fab, and Fab is just like,
you know you got to rap when you go on Cosmic. He gonna
right?
let you know ahead of time. You already know you got to rap.
And I was always like, yo, I don't want to freestyle. Like, please don't put me in a free. Don't let me. I did that back in the day. I
Yeah.
can't do that no more. Don't do that to me, Kev. And I remember I went in there and spit some garbage. And I remember Kev. It was like Kev was looking at me like, and then you came in there, and I was like, all right, oh man, I let Nas down.
I knew you was going. I would have told you, Kev. Yeah, Kev will put you on the spot, man. I need something. Let me just get something light, something like. He gonna force you to spit, man. You gotta have something ready when you go up there, man.
So I appreciate you, brother. I
But it
appreciate.
was garbage though. You was off the top with it. That's a part of the culture that I feel is missing nowadays. You rarely see dudes that can even go off the top with it or even try to. You don't see ciphers outside no more like you used to, and if you do, it's a different type of energy. It ain't like back in the day. I don't really even be seeing dudes doing it like that no more. That's like a part of the culture that's missing. So being to the fact that you was able to do that, knowing that there's a lot of people listening, you don't know the exact amount, but you know there's a lot of people listening, and then be able to do that off the top, not with not even none of the thoughts of all of them bars that you got written. You don't take none of them. You just go off the top. So that was dope to me. I thought it was dope. I didn't think it was garbage. I mean, you know how busy you get, so on your level, you probably know you're working harder, but still dope to me to see you do that. You know what I mean?
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. So, man, always an inspiration. You always somebody who, when I think about who's nice, like you've already cemented your role in what we do. You know, the Mount Rushmore of what we do. You always like put on. You never slack. Like you always just the intensity level is always there. The skill
Thank,
level is always high, and you're a constant inspiration to MCs such as myself, and I'm sure the many MCs out there as well. In addition
thank,
to your fans and your career, but just as a rapper to a rapper, man, love you deeply and respect you highly, and always learning from you and feeling intimidated by the monster himself.
gotta work, man. I know you don't. I mean, I don't know what you're doing right now, but that'll be. I got an idea for a type of record we could do, man, to teach these people a lot, and the way we could go in on it, it'll be crazy, man. We gotta come together and do something, man.
I'm not trying to get renegaded by you, Cass.
Nah, gonna come together, dope, man. For real, for real.
Don't set me up like
That we could do. I wouldn't even want to do like, you know what I mean, some battle rap record, and we teach somebody something, and you got too much information for me to be able to lead you on the record if we doing that. So I think that would be a good idea.
all right, let's tune in. Let's tune in. I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna pick.
Thing, man.
Ah man. Shout out to Cass. Shout out to Cassidy. Dutch. Spade was a big influence. Um, from Dutch and Spade. Shout out to Major Figures, Ab Lava. All of the Philly spitters. There was a dude down in Philly, shout out to Tone Trump. There was a legendary dude down in Philly. I didn't know if he really existed or not, but they were saying like the nicest dude in Philly was this dude Jack Frost, and it was always like a mythical thing. Like even in New York, it was always this dude who they used to say was oh man, his name just slipped me. Mateo. Where Big Chuck, if y'all don't know who Big Chuck is, make sure y'all tune in to the homie Big Chuck over at Aftermath. Back around that time, late 90s, early 2000s, Chuck had his fingers in all these different pies, and it was always like these rumors of like, yo, Mateo